Stream of consciousness. The term stream of consciousness was originally coined not in literature but in psychology. It was introduced by the American psychologist William James in his seminal work, The Principles of Psychology, published in 1890. James rejected the earlier belief that human consciousness functioned in a fixed, orderly, and segmented manner. Instead, he argued that consciousness is a continuous, flowing process, constantly changing and never static. According to him, human thought does not appear as separate, neatly divided ideas, but moves like a river or a stream. This psychological concept later became the foundation for one of the most revolutionary narrative techniques in modern literature. In literary terms, stream of consciousness refers to a narrative method that attempts to reproduce natural flow of a character's thoughts, feelings, memories, and sensory impressions as they occur in the human mind. Rather than presenting events in a logical or chronological order, this technique focuses on the inner mental life of characters. It seeks to capture the pre-verbal, often chaotic processes of thinking, where memories merge with present sensations and future anxieties without clear transitions. As a result, the narrative often appears fragmented, non-linear, and grammatically unconventional. The birth of stream of consciousness as a literary technique can be traced to the late 19th and early 20th centuries, a period marked by profound intellectual and social change. Developments in psychology, especially Sigmund Freud's theory of the unconscious as explained in the interpretation of dreams in 1900, played a crucial role in shaping modernist narrative experiments. Philosophical ideas, particularly Henry Bergson's concept of time as subjective and continuous rather than mechanical, further influenced the writers. Above all, the devastating impact of World War I shattered traditional beliefs in order, progress, and realism, compelling writers to explore inner reality rather than external events. These factors together gave rise to modernism, within which stream of consciousness became a defining narrative strategy. Although the term stream of consciousness and interior monologue are often used interchangeably, they are not identical. Stream of consciousness is a broader concept that includes all mental processes such as sensations, memories, dreams, and associations, while interior monologue refers to specifically to the verbal expressions of a character's thoughts. The distinction was clearly explained by Robert Humphrey in his critical study, Stream of Consciousness in the Modern Novel, published in 1954. Many modern novels employ both techniques together to achieve psychological depth. Among the earliest practitioners of stream of consciousness in fiction was Dorothy Richardson, who is often regarded as the first novelist to use the technique in a sustained and systematic manner. Her long sequence of novels, collectively titled Pilgrimage, written between 1915 and 1938, traces the inner life of her female protagonist, Miriam Henderson. Richardson abandoned traditional plot and external action in favor of recording the minute movements of consciousness, thereby laying the groundwork for later modernist experiments. The most celebrated and influential figure associated with the stream of consciousness is James Joyce. Joyce employed the technique with unprecedented complexity and brilliance. His novel, A Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man, published in 1916, depicts the psychological and intellectual development of Stephen Dedalus through a gradually evolving narrative style that mirrors the growth of the protagonist's mind. Joyce's masterpiece Ulysses, published in 1922, is widely regarded as the supreme example of stream of consciousness in English literature. Set on a single day, June 16, 1904, the novel explores the inner lives of Leopold Bloom, Stephen Dedalus, and Molly Bloom. The famous soliloquy of Molly Bloom at the end of the novel, written without punctuation, represents pure stream of consciousness and stands as one of the most daring experiments in modern fiction. Another major modernist writer who refined the technique was Virginia Woolf. Woolf believed that life is not a series of clearly defined external events, but a continuous flow of impressions and sensations. This belief is powerfully expressed in her statement that life is not a row of gig lamps symmetrically arranged, but a luminous halo surrounding human consciousness. Her novels, Mrs. Dalloway, published in 1925, which also takes place within a single day, moves freely between the minds of different characters, particularly Clarissa Dalloway and Septimus Warren Smith, a victim of a war trauma. Into the Lighthouse, published in 1927, Woolf explores psychological time through memory and perception, especially in the time passes section. Her later work, The Waves, published in 1931, represents an almost pure form of stream of consciousness consisting of interior soliloquies spoken by six characters without conventional plot or narration. In American literature, William Faulkner emerged as a powerful exponent of stream of consciousness. His novel, The Sound and the Fury, published in 1929, employs multiple narrators and disordered timeliness to portray the psychological decay of the Compson family. The section narrated by Benji, a mentally disabled character, is particularly notable for its fragmented and non-linear representation of consciousness. Faulkner continued this experimental approach in As I Lay Dying, published in 1930, which consists of interior monologues spoken by 15 different narrators, each revealing subjective truth rather than objective reality. The French novelist Marcel Proust also contributed significantly to the development of stream of consciousness. Though this method differs from that of Joyce or Woolf, his monumental work In Search of Lost Time, published between 1913 and 1927, focused on memory as the key to understanding human consciousness. The famous episode involving the taste of Madeleine cake illustrates the concept of involuntary memory, where a sensory experience unexpectedly triggers a flood of recollections from the past. Proust's narrative is less chaotic and more reflective, emphasizing duration and remembrance. The term stream of consciousness was first applied to literature by May Sinclair in 1918, when she used it to describe Dorothy Richardson's narrative technique. From that point onward, the term became firmly established in literary criticism and theory. In conclusion, stream of consciousness is a defining narrative technique of modernist literature, aiming to represent fluid, subjective, and complex nature of human thought. Originating in psychology with William James and shaped by modern philosophy and psychoanalysis, it transformed the modern novel by shifting attention from external action to inner experience. Writers such as Dorothy Richardson, James Joyce, Virginia Woolf, William Faulkner, and Marcel Proust used this technique to explore consciousness in innovative ways, leaving a lasting impact on 20th century fiction and literary studies.